Hello everybody, welcome to Grassroots Vegan. I'm David Kelly and I haven't just got back. I've been back for a few hours now. But I'm back home here in Toronto from a vacation in Quebec City, which was lots of fun, very busy. But it's always nice to be back home. You know, it's funny, there's a build-up before going out on a vacation. You're anxious to get away, try something new, have a different scenery, and just get away from your routine stuff. And so you go out and you do that, and then it comes to a certain point where you kind of long to come back home again because you miss those things that you just take for granted on a daily basis, like living here in Toronto, where I live in Toronto. I mean, I just a few minutes down the road here, and I'm on the beach, on the boardwalk, and I can run for miles along the lake. It's great. Or I can run through the Don Valley, and it wouldn't even feel like I'm in the city. It would feel like I'm in the woods. So there's that, and then all the variety of fruit markets that are in Toronto when you live close to the downtown core. I just, I know I didn't have a chance to get to know Quebec City well enough. I'm sure there are places there that are quite adequate in providing a variety of fruits and vegetables, but I didn't find any where I was. And not like going to Chinatown and getting all this wonderful tropical fruit from Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, or wherever, and just it wasn't there. The locally grown produce was quite nice, like the apples and the raspberries and strawberries and blueberries, and their vegetables and potatoes and all of that. Lovely, lovely food, but that's good for the warm season. What about in the winter time? So, I'm sure there's somewhere in Quebec City where you can get the tropical fruits, but I just couldn't come across any. And vegan restaurants, there are none. I mean, if there are, I couldn't find them. And even vegetarian restaurants were hard to come by. For the last week, I've been eating raw till 4. And I'm looking forward to just going back to 100% raw again. Honestly, and I'll do that for maybe the next week or so, and then maybe have a cooked meal and get back to my mostly raw or 100% raw most of the time. That resonates with me. That works well because I do like eating 100% raw most of the time, but I always like to have the option that, if I feel like having a cooked meal, I'm not going to get all bent out of shape about it, like I've broken some law, or I've committed some mortal sin and I'm ridden with guilt and I've got to go on a fast now and cleanse myself because I've contaminated my body with cooked food. No, not like that at all. I feel better when I'm eating 100% raw, and I feel fine when I occasionally eat cooked food. There's cooked food, and I'm talking healthy cooked food here. I like to cook my food at low heat, low temperatures, and eat. I don't eat junk, okay? But they offer something that you don't get from eating 100% raw, and that's the savory element. And okay.
Daddy, do you have pineapples?
No, I don't. I have to go shopping. I got some fruit here, but not much. The cooked food. Okay, get raw food. We've done some wonderful things. People have created some amazing things just using raw food to kind of mimic that savoriness in cooked food. But the one thing you can't get is the aroma from cooking itself. When you're introducing different spices and what have you. So that I still enjoy. You know what was interesting? When I was in the old part of Quebec, there's all these restaurants and people eating outside, along the street there. And it kind of brought back memories of when I was in France back in 2008. And, or it brought back other memories of being at some fine restaurants in other parts of the world. Um, and there was a moment there where seeing the people drinking nice wine and having these cuisine dinners, I felt for a moment there that I was kind of missing out because I have a lot of rich memories of eating in establishments where you're drinking the finest wine, you're eating food made by the finest chefs. And some of the interesting things I've eaten and the flavors that I've tasted are exceptional. And so it was bringing back a flood of very pleasant memories. And there was a part of me at that moment thinking, yeah, wouldn't it be nice to just sort of put everything aside from now and, sit down and have just whatever's on the menu without having to think about, what I can and cannot eat, and enjoying a nice glass of wine. And that's, the first time I've ever had that kind of, I wouldn't even call it a temptation, but almost like I was missing out on something. And it didn't, the thought didn't last long, but it was there. And it's again, food is powerful because it's associated, it's not just, you're not just eating for the sake of eating, but there's a lot of our experiences around eating. And a lot of those experiences are quite pleasant. And so that is in your long-term memory. That never goes away. So you may smell something that can draw out memories. And anyhow, I did not succumb to temptation or do anything I shouldn't. But I was because I was sort of aware of myself having that experience in the moment. So there was a part of me kind of standing outside of it saying, that's kind of interesting. Like after being a vegan for so many years, it's been 7 years now, that I would have that kind of sort of longing, I guess. Anyhow, nice to be back home. Looking forward to restocking up on some quality fruits and vegetables. I miss my salads that I would make. And just getting back into the routine as well. Running out where we were staying in Quebec. It wasn't in the old part. We were on the outside. I couldn't get any hotel rooms in the heart of Quebec City. They were all taken. So we were, in a kind of suburban area of Quebec City, and running there was not the nicest experience. What can I say? You just didn't feel like you should be running out on the streets. It wasn't favorable for running. Let's just put it that way. But I'm back, and I'm looking forward to also posting some new and interesting videos on some maybe controversial topics. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video, leave a comment, and I'm looking forward to posting more stuff. Talk to you soon. Bye.